become the main focus for the entire wedding process that ostensibly really only involves two individuals. The study of media, clothing, and the spread of messages in our society has been an interest of mine throughout my art history career. Through my thesis, I am able to further this interest and expand my knowledge of our highly visual culture. My thesis examines the female centricity of American popular wedding culture through the history and traditions of weddings in our society, the use of media in the wedding industry, and the importance of fashion in weddings. I examine these 3 points through the study of traditions created in the mid-20th century and enduring to the present day. The traditions formed by the wedding industry create an ideal image of brides, as they were the main focus of the advertisements, both as the subject and as the viewer. I use the theory of the gaze in my examination of popular wedding culture to claim that the media and the wedding industry have contributed to the female centricity of weddings. Between 1940 and 1960, an American popular wedding culture was created through the images presented by a growing wedding industry. By the 1960s, the industry solidified wedding traditions in our society through advertisements, creating a boost in consumer culture focused on women. Wedding businesses such as jewelers, stationery vendors, and department stores use images to advertise their product, focusing specifically on the female tradition. In reality, the traditions were created and shaped towards ideals of society and goals of the businesses. These traditions, such as the groom giving the bride an engagement ring, the guests of the wedding giving the bride gifts focused on building a good home, and the bride wearing a long white gown as a symbol of purity and modernity, were created around the woman by the wedding industry and have been established to cultivate desire and direct ideas about ideal weddings. The way that jewelers, department stores, and other wedding-focused businesses have used media has historically focused on women, creating the female-centric ideal for our popular wedding culture. I will this claim by applying the theory of the gaze to advertisements that have influenced women into consumer habits. Specifically looking at Brides magazine, I examine how looking at brides has become banal in our highly visual society. This constant viewing has allowed for our society to create a normalized image and ideal of the bride. As this image was created and spread throughout society, it became a lasting part of American popular wedding culture. In comparing the cover of Brides magazine in the 1960s to the cover of the magazine in 2010s, I examine how the bridal ideal has persisted through the image of the bride and the articles presented to the viewer. I argue that the consistent image of a perfect bride and the articles portraying an image of a good wife and homemaker has allowed for an ideal image of brides to be created and maintained over the past 50 years. As the bride's dress is considered one of the most important features in the wedding industry, the fashion industry, along with media, has created an archetype of the white wedding through the presentation of brides in a long, white ball gown. The tradition of wearing a white wedding dress is popularized by Queen Victoria, which shows how important figures in society shape cultural norms. I look at Oscar de la Renta as a fashion icon who created wedding gowns that exemplify traditional wedding ideals while being revolutionary in design. I claim this by comparing Anne Ford's wedding dress in 1965 to a dress by the de la Renta fashion house in 2015. Through the comparison of these two dresses, I examine how traditional yet pioneering ideals for brides can be exemplified in the design of a wedding dress. Through the study of wedding history, the creation of traditions in art and culture has allowed me to connect the ways in which media and industry function into the wedding world. From this understanding, the importance of fashion in American popular wedding culture is seen and allows for the viewing of the bride to be discussed historically. Through the history, media, and fashion of American popular wedding culture, I'm able to discuss how female-centered the culture is and the ways it was developed and maintained.